And I think I'll just keep the background music going from the game rather than playing my own. Also, excuse me, I did increase the sound of my microphone. I did notice that the number of decibels had been turned down a little bit. So, please let me know if it's too loud, too soft, what have you. In listening to the videos from this game, it did sound like I was just a tad too soft. So I wanted to get a little bit more decibels out of it. Is Leia there? Yep, Leia's there. Let's turn on the doggy cam. Turn on the... There we go. Oh. Camera's cockeyed. Here we go. So let me turn it just a hair. There we go. That's better. All right. As I said, we are now in Devesh. Devesh looks somewhat like a palace from ancient Asia, perhaps. I am curious if there is a way for me to shortcut over there, but let's do this the right way for the first playthrough. Alright, let me start with this. I don't know if these guys are bad or not. That looks like a door I should be able to bust open. Alright, let's see. Oh dear Lord, there's people everywhere. Yeah, it looks like another door. It should be allowed. Huh. Fantastic. All right. Right now, though, I do not know. Why did I get... How did I take damage? Oh, never mind. I got it. He hit me. Alright. There's a gate to turn on. And a chest. Now, let me turn... I also want to make sure to turn down the game just a touch. Actually, you know what? No, let's turn down. Alright, I'm going to turn down the sound effects to 80. Try that. Let's see what the chest has. Stuff I don't need. Alright. I am still wondering if there's a way to get up. Because... Well, to some degree that's now a shortcut that I've opened that. Who's swinging at me? Okay. Open. Door cannot open from the side. Alright, well, there's a shortcut. There's a chest. And nobody here. It's kind of weird, I would think. More hadronite. Oh, there's an item back here. Sigil of the Stars. Are those floaters? That's what it looks like they are. And then I still don't know if these guys are enemies, like the walkers. Beefy. Alright, so they don't attack, it doesn't look like. They're just there, which means they could be free essence. No. Nothing. Okay, no big deal. Let's see. I need to restore some of that. See, I really wish these chests had this. Had some ether. Oh my god, there's 5 of them. Yeah, Cloak of Shadow is going to be key in here. Alright. Who is this guy? And do I have to beat him? Well, there's a catalyst charge. I almost want to go all the way back. Alright, for some particular reason, those guys will not... wasted a whole lot of stuff on doing it, but it's alright. No biggie. I also got rid of the guy that does the AoE blasts. Oops, didn't mean to do that. got some beef on him. Alright, where am I? Where is this? I don't know where this is. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, but another reason why I'm gonna try and keep this stream short is I am not feeling well. I am dealing with some allergies, which I've only grown in the last couple of years. But I really got it pretty bad this weekend. Oh, really? You're gonna do that to me? You make it seem like I can get up here and then screw me. 3 floaters. Oh, I hate that move. That's an elevator. Oh my. Now I... Alright, there's an item there. There's lore. I will keep my research going for him, for our cause is just. We will alter everything down to our marrow to stand up to those who chained us as embryos, those who wrote our fate before our birth, who picked out our lineage and altered our genes. And we would rather die than become puppets. Bhakti the Enlightened. Okay. We have seen her many times. Ah, and this is the door. Yeah, this is the door that would lead me back to the gate. And seeing as... if there's a... item here. No item here. Alright, let's go down and grab this. I'm actually thinking I may go back to the Heart of Limbo and then use the gate to come back. Use that shortcut to get me right back to here. Yeah, I'm going to do exactly that. Because I got that catalyst charge, and that'll get me to 9 heals rather than 8. Not a big deal, but if this last boss, or this boss, is anything like Andros was for me, I'm going to need every heal I can get. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Increase catalyst charges. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't think... I just wanted to double check, make sure I hadn't missed one. I don't want to attach myself to that limbo well, though. Also, I should actually, you know what? Let me do that too. I'm going to go to Imbolc real quick and talk to the Raven. Sell off some of these. Alright, that's Niffer. That's Shamra's castle. There it is. Tell you right now, I will not be trying to clear this area in a no-hit run. I will only be coming here to talk to the Raven. Alright, let's see. We've got one of those. Okay. Had one of those, two of those, whole bunch of those, apparently. Alright, what do you have? You got regular life and ether. That's not going to be much help, and not at that cost. It's way too expensive. And apparently I already bought the Eibon fragment from you at some point. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Devesh and see if I can't get to the next Limbo well without dying. That doesn't look like Devesh. I think it is, though. Yeah, it is. The tree with the red leaves. Yeah, that's the right place. Okay. I didn't remember this, but okay. Oh crap, and I wanted to level up too. Where was the door? Oh, was it around this corner? It was around this corner. That's what it was. I still don't understand where this guy is coming from. Okay. Now then. Oh boy. Well, that's 2 of you at least. Sigil of Strength. Alright, so I came down here and found out that I could not get up to the roof. So I have not been down here. Really? How did he get that off? Okay, let's see. Well, obviously there is this. I just hope I can get back up. Let me see if I can. Oops. Yep, we're good. Okay. This might be showing me a shortcut. No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Hold on a minute. Yes, it is. Because there's a new limbo well. Alright, maybe shortcut is the wrong term. Because I don't know where I am now. Where am I? Huh. I don't know. I don't understand why some of them are able to power through every hit that I put at them. Whoop. Alright, where's this? Okay. We've got a switch and another limbo well. Okay, so this is the limbo well. Why the hell did I not come straight here? What was I thinking? And unfortunately, I now don't understand where I'm supposed to go. Oh, good Lord. Alright, well, obviously I need to open that door. Glad they were all of the same strength. Alright, good. Alright, where is this? Here, let's drag you down. Come on, buddy. Oh, you won't. Okay, that worked. Not quite the way that I wanted, but it worked. Alright. Let me do this. This is the same area. So I've just managed to circle myself around. Okay. So there's nothing for me to do that way. And I've already done that. And then this puts me back behind the limbo well. The problem now is I'm lost, to be completely honest here. What's up, Mirnir? I'm not sure what you mean by plop. Oh, I feel like crap. Let's see. Because this is right back at the entrance. Everything's fine. Plop is a stupid way to say. Oh, sorry. I've never heard that term before. Plop here in the United States usually means that like you're plopping into a chair, so you're kind of lazily falling into something. You're plopping down, you're plopping into a chair, something like that. I've never heard it used in that context before. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to go back to the heart again real quick and get rid of some of this essence. I don't like having this much essence in my inventory. Maybe get a couple of levels. Let's see. Let me go 15 on both of those. Alright. That works. I don't think I have anybody to talk to. Alright. Nope, that's not what I wanted. French, it's more like you suddenly appear in a room doing the sound of a huge bubble of water that makes absolute no sense even to me now that I've said it. Okay. Well, hey, I have learned something that is cultural in nature. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure that this is the right way for me to go. I really think I need to do this. And then this. Which isn't necessarily the smartest of moves either. Okay. And then do this. Okay. We're good. Can you take me up, please? There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. Haha. Alright. And then this will put me, yeah, back here. And I haven't done anything here past these stairs yet. Huh, that was interesting. I actually made him shoot upward. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Okay. There's a switch. Can I get there? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Alright, another mask and memory shard. Oh, and that switch must open that gate, is what I'm guessing. Huh. Alright, I really don't want to have to deal with both of them at one time. I'm almost positive I need to go that way. Oh, crap. I had it. Okay, I'm in deep, deep trouble. Oh. Oh boy. Alright, 2 swings is all I'm going to get from him. Okay. Whew. What's up, Akka? As I said last time, this area is a bit of a maze, and it may take time. Well, so far, I think I've been everywhere that is allowed to me. I went down those rooftops, which put me at another limbo well, but then eventually just kind of took me back to where I needed to be or where I was anyway. I don't think I've ever seen him do that move before. There we go. Yeah, he's not that bad. The guy with the sword, though, bothers me. I have issues with him. I have a hard time getting his moveset down. We find each other in strange places again. Alright. No, come on. I got up there once before. No! Did it too early. I had it. I had it. Of course, this doesn't get me to switch. Or maybe it does. Oops. Oh, it forced me that way that time. Huh. Oh, hold on. I might be an idiot here. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, that was so much easier. And doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. Because I've already been there. Almost got pummeled by a guy with a shield. I have no desire to go back there again. Alright, well, I don't know where to go then. I be lost. Because y'all tried to screw with me by putting boxes here for me to jump to, but then not giving me the ability to jump up to the roof. And back that way leads to that statue. No. Unless... I don't think that's gonna work. No, I didn't think so. Where's the entranceway for where that switch is? Oh, it's down there. Yeah, so it's... There's a walkway from there. Yeah, so this takes me to the limbo well down here that I've been to before, and then puts me at a door that I can't open. Well, being I'm here, let me go ahead and activate this. Oh, you know what? I didn't go... And I didn't need to because there's nothing here. There's a shooter up there. And there's no way for me to get up there. Okay. That I can see anyway. Alright, and then this is gonna eventually lead me back to the entrance. Oh god, and this guy. I really dislike that guy. Okay, I have not been here. Oh crap, and now I'm stuck. Oh, see, that's just wrong. Get a stab out of that. Alright. I'm fine. Just looking at your stream on the side while playing. Another strange place. I'm just a wanderer. Okay. So this is over top of where I just ran through. Come on. Bring your sorry ass over here. Or are you stuck? Oh, see? Alright, no offense, Mjolnir, but that should not be possible. No one should ever be able to shoot things through walls. That is absolutely cheating. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay. He has no stagger point. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's the rooftops. Another elevator. Okay, here's the switch. But does that switch... See, that just opens up to here where I've already been. It doesn't help me... with that door. Gate, what have you. Alright, well, okay, hold on a minute. Before I go and use that, let me... and plus there's a ramp there that I haven't used either. Where are you? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Okay. There's an item there too. Crystal. That would be fantastic if I had a need for it. But I do not. Sigil of Ether. Okay. Almost missed that. Alright, now we've cleared this area. Let's go back. Didn't think so. Just thought I'd try. Alright, but this does put me up here. For no particular reason. Alright guys, you're taking your maze-like areas to an nth degree here. Alright, let's see what's down here. Okay. Alright, so this... Alright. This is behind one of the doors. I'm pretty sure. Okay. We're gonna do this. Okay. Radiant life fragment. I'm gonna need to start using my life fragments here soon. Okay. Alright, there's the door back to... Okay. Was that a Wanderer's Mask that I just picked up? Yeah, okay, I thought so. Oh. Key to the High Court. Okay. I guess that's then what opens the door? The big gate? Whoa! I don't know what just happened there, but something weird. Whoa! Another memory shard. Okay, that's where I just came from. Ibon fragment? Yep. Okay. Uncle Snacks. Hey, how's this game? Been wanting to get it since it's on sale? Get it. You must get it. This game is phenomenal. Now, I am going to preface it. If you are a hard and fast Souls guy, where you only like Souls games and FromSoft games, maybe or maybe not, this is the game for you. But if you like different types of things that show up in your Souls-like games, for example, there are some platforming areas in this game. They're fun platforming areas. Some of them are ridiculously hard, at least for me, because I'm not very good at platforming. They have added a tremendous amount of verticality to each of the areas, which makes the exploration fun, the routing fun, all of that kind of thing. The nice mixture of both melee and ranged magic combat, lots and lots of fun. There are 3 things, and one of the developers is here in chat right now, that I have told them that I'm absolutely in love with respect to this game. The verticality is one of them. I love the verticality in this game. Every single area has huge numbers of levels that you can jump up and down into. Second is, okay, I've got my roll, but if you lock on, you'll get a dash. And if I could find an enemy, I would show you. Oh, there's another item. I missed an item. See, this is what I mean about the verticality. Oops. So, there's an item there, and the question is do I have the ability to get to it? Yes, I do. Awesome. You can switch back and forth between rolling and dodging. And that is extremely powerful. And has been extremely helpful for me. Especially in boss fights. The boss fights are fun. One of them I thought I was going to kill myself over. But, you know, that's Souls and Souls-like games. I'm loving it. I've absolutely loved it from beginning to end. I've already started planning in my head, routing, to potentially do a no-hit run of the game. I think it's that good. So, big recommend from me. You are certainly welcome. And thank you for your Prime subscription. I very much appreciate that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you need to go away. I really don't like you. Alright, so this takes me back through here. What? Where did you come from? I cleared all of this. Okay, so now. Alright, I guess I'm gonna... Well... Alright, let me do this. And... because they should still be there. I just don't want to... I don't want to have to fight them again. Sword guy's a pain in the ass for me. Uncle Snacks, there are different weapons. They're all swords, though. They just have different speeds, different lightnesses, and different attack powers. You get one to start off with right at the very beginning, and then you'll find other ones either through beating bosses, or you'll just find them at the ends of specific areas. I found one that I really, really love, and I've stuck with it, and I've maxed it out, and that's what I've been using the entire time. Alright, there's another Limbo Well. Alright, what have you got to say, Yak? What kind of fear of time and death draws one to build such architecture? Could it convey some sort of sharp sense of eternity? A shield against finality. Here lived the ancients. Hail to the king, who abandoned them in chaos and darkness. May their memories give birth to the gods of the next world. I'm kidding. I love old stones. Between he and ascending, they make me laugh every time. Oh, my lord. Okay. So, the Snacks, this is our bonfire, if you will. They're called Limbo Wells. And we also have fast travel abilities via these gates. Awesome. Alright, we've got a door here that... Great. I'm glad to hear it. Huh. Alright, here's what I mean by dashing versus rolling. I'm locked onto this guy. Dude, stop moving. There we go. Yeah, and you go from a roll to a dodge. Or a dash, actually, I guess would be the better term. I do what I can, Mjolnir. I mean, I legitimately love the game, so I mean, it's not hard for me to give it praise. And see, if I only had to fight these all the time, life would be so easy. Oh! They're easy to aggro one at a time. They're easy to time out their attacks. And I've got a long enough sword that even when they're moving around, I can still slice them up nicely. Sweet. I love the trees in this area. Between the tree with the white tree with the red leaves as soon as you walk in, or vice versa, and then the blue trees all throughout. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Oh, God, I almost missed an item. Heresy. You never miss items. I don't think that this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, I did it. Awesome. Not really sure you wanted me to, but I did it anyway. If I saw an item down there, I would. It doesn't really help me. There's no reason for me to be up here. See, he can be staggered. That one dude. There we go. Oh no! Oh, Brian. I should have known he was protecting something. Yeah, that is just gorgeous design work. Love the blue trees. I'm gonna go play, have fun, and I'll stop by later. All right, Snacks. Have a good time. All right, we got a whole bunch of them just lined up. All right, I'm gonna go dark, cloaked. Pick up everything in the area. Sigil of protection. And there's another. No, that's not. I thought maybe that was another limbo well. Nope. Oh boy. See what's down here first before I go crawling into that walkway. Oh, Mirnir, I wanted to make you aware, being that we were talking about streamer mode and the gentleman who did your music, I uploaded the first 3 videos to my YouTube channel, and even though I had streamer mode turned on, I still got copyright claimed on YouTube for it. So I just wanted to make you aware Okay, there is no way to... And I just got stuck there. There's no way to... Well, I'm trying to avoid his entire moveset, but then he does a backup, which means that I can't get near him to attack him when he's in between movesets. Yeah, I gotta figure out something better for him long term. Oh, shit. That's just not gonna work. Okay. Anything... No, just very cool architecture. Yeah, music is passed through the filter. This will be corrected in the... Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, he just swung through the wall. Yeah, that was really bad. Oh my god, Brian. Oh, so very bad. So very bad. Bad decisions all over the place. Alright, where... Okay, so I'm back here. Alright. I couldn't remember if I had found another limbo well or not. And I never did try and walk up to this door. Oh. I don't know if I need a switch for that door or not. Okay, let's... I don't need to kill all these guys again. Let's speed through here. Yeah, and I'm speeding past him too. And him. Okay, can't open that yet. Alright, good. Can sneak past everybody. Excellent. Now what? Aha! Limbo well. Shit. Well, before I do that, that's the one that I just came up. Alright, let's see where this one takes me real quick. Aha! A switch. To what? There's a chest in here. Oh yes, sneak is absolutely the way to go in here. And didn't need anything that was in the chest. That's okay. I know that now. Alright, so... go back. Oh boy. Okay, so I've activated that. That's nice. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Haven't been through here yet. I was just curious. Alright, that's not an elevator. Another door that I can't open. I have absolutely no idea where I am. Oh, crap. Okay, they're shooting me through the wall. Oh, another essence extractor. I now know what that is, so I'm not going to use it stupidly. Unlike the 2 previous times that I used it. Okay. Dead end. I am so lost. That is at the top of my list. Thank you. Promethean component. Excellent. Alright, I need to figure out how to get... I need to get back to that limbo well. I will probably stop soon. All those years of life, research, breakthroughs, what's left for me? A breath of wind and the touch of dew in the fog. Alright. And then we got ourselves another... elevator. Oh, shoot. Okay. I didn't want to use that elevator. All of those things are tiny memoriam at the wall. They are ready for you. Hold on a minute. All of those... Hold on a minute. All of those things are tiny memoriam at the wall. They are ready for you if you want. Alright, I'm not sure that I know what you were referring to. Oh, these? Oh! Holy shit! Nye and I have been assigned 2 young incompletes. It's sweet to share this with her. These 2 future Archons have a lot of potential. I did not think I would get attached this quickly. Maybe they discover the world with as much determination and curiosity as their tutors once did. Commander Saren. People often miss them, so I need to make them more easy to find. Well, I thought, just to give you a person's view, when I walked in, I thought that they were just like weapon storage. Because I had seen weapon racks in KOTOR. And I just figured maybe it was another version of that. If you were to make them purple, like all of the memoriams that I find out, like I just recently found, I think that would make it a little bit more relative to what we've been doing. Yeah. A few days ago, Medarch Volnir informed me of his interest in my research on binaural beats. It seemed he had used some of my melodies on his troops, and all his Archons had transcended their abilities. All of them. Interesting. And then one more here. I have to tell Noah. She might have gone to the Apocryphals, but she's still my friend, I think. What could happen anyway? Okay. Alright, that's where I just was. I am so lost. Alright, I've been in here. Oh, crap. Yep, uh-huh. Oh god, there's another one. And another one. Okay, back down. Because I've done missed all kinds of stuff here. Okay, I apologize, and I didn't even realize. I need to run to the restroom real quick. I have no idea where I am or how close I am to any kind of a limbo well, and I'm not about to go back now. So let me go run to the restroom, run a couple of quick ads, and I will be right back. Alrighty. Now, I'm sure that me... Well, that's weird. I thought that... No? Okay. I figured that would... turn them on. Alright. This one needs to be turned on. Before we do that, let's... What do we got in here? Oh my god, so many little rooms! Of course, there was another one. That was dumb. That was very, very dumb. Alright, why can I not lock onto him? Oh, that's an NPC. That's Nye, isn't it? Yeah, that's Nye. Ah, Noble Blade. I knew you'd come. Our paths now seem deeply linked. I had finally heard a rumor concerning the White Altarch, or rather, an echo. His mind holds such power that it sometimes ripples through lands he has never set foot on, and we, the souls still whole, can thus see his silhouette wandering the gutted earth. Yes, my friend, I have seen the edges of his axe in the distance, in sight, yet still unreachable. I have followed him here. We now think with lucidity. Your illusions have been torn down and your rules have fallen with the dust of your temples and the ruins of your cities. We see the planet and know the horror. No one could erase what is. And if this is the end, here is my promise. You will fall with us. Did you hear this? It was his voice, but slightly different. What happened to him? I don't recognize those frenzied accents. Has he remained alone for too long? No. I have failed. I could not find him in time. No. This is not how an Archon Lieutenant fulfills her purpose. I will find him no matter the cost, and I will bring his mind back. Thanks for your help, friend. I have no idea what I would have become if our paths had not crossed. I will see you beyond the sea. I know you'll find me there. Beware of your own monsters, my dear wanderer. Okay, I was wondering why I had not gotten the achievement for Nye. I don't like this. Oh boy. I don't like this. Sigil of the Arcane. I have no idea where that door is. What's up, Jeff? Oh, okay. Actually, you I can deal with. Okay. Crap. Alright, I need to go deal with this guy. Okay. Now that I've dealt with him... Alright, that's an Eibon fragment location. How was your fourth, Jeff? Damn it. Oh, I missed that completely. I was so blind. I actually streamed the majority of the day. I think I started around 3 and ended up streaming for about 6+ hours. And it was this game. Mirnir was here with me. Alko was here with me, and we were just having a great time playing the game. Okay, so that... I have no idea where I am. Because I haven't seen the... Hold on a minute, is that the entrance? That's the entrance, yeah, because there's the statue. Alright. And I do have an Eibon fragment, so I theoretically could drop down there and go do that. Oh crap, I need to heal. I really need to find a new Limbo well, too. You seen your family anytime in the past few months? Yes. Father's Day. Well, no, actually I saw them on Father's Day. Yeah, it was Father's Day. Which, as you remember, falls right around my dad's birthday as well, so we celebrated both at the same time. Alright, what is this? Okay. Mom is going through a bunch of eye surgeries. They found cataracts. And she's now had both eyes done, but then there have been some leftover complications from that. So they're just trying to deal with that, and then they've also been dealing with a bunch of tree issues in the backyard. And, you know, I've been doing what I can to help out where possible. But, of course, I've been dealing with my own crap, at least work-wise anyway. So, yeah, they're doing okay. How are your parents doing? Okay, so that put me there. Alright. Where is this putting me? Here. Okay, and then this one puts me all the way back down to the main floor. So I don't want to go there. I want to go back this way and go down the long way to the Limbo well. I think. No, because that's going to put me back up. Alright, so that's not the right direction. Maybe it was this way. One of Mum's eyes was no issue. Yeah, one was fine. One was no problem at all. But one of them, it was just kind of a weird thing. Apparently a part of the cataract broke off. It's nothing unusual. It happens. So they had to go back in to get that little piece. But yeah, she said it was like a cloud had lifted over her eyesight. Have I met your dad's sister? I know I met one of your aunts, but I'm not sure if it was on your dad's side or your mom's side. Alright. Okay. And then here. And then was this where the limbo well was? No. Okay, yeah, I think I did. Oh! You bastard. Alright, that was the switch. Where the hell is the limbo well? Because I think I'm in the right location. No, it's down one level. Okay, so I need to get down. Aha! I need to get down. What's going on with Susan, then? If you don't mind talking about it. Okay, we have made it back to the limbo well. Oh. And I'm assuming that there are going to be more of those switches. The door you opened was nearby the limbo gate. The first limbo gate. I'm assuming. Ordered my gaming PC at HP Omen from Costco. Okay, cool. I was planning to move back to the camera. Hold on a minute. Door you opened was nearby the limbo gate. I was planning to move back the camera of the switch to see the all place to clarify. Well, son of a bitch. I am all the way back at the entrance. And it was that gate right there that you're talking about. Holy cow. Wow. That was a lot of traveling to flip those two switches. Oh man, that's going to be tough to remember in any kind of a challenge run. Wow. Okay. Alright, before I do that, then, let me go over here. What are the specs, Jeff? Whoa! Hey, if you can swing through the door, so can I. Oh, crap. Alright, maybe not. that's got a big wind-up on it. Alright, I don't remember seeing this area. And apparently I didn't need to. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know where I am. 32 gig, 3060. Oh, you got a 3060 with 12 gigs of GRAM? Or VRAM, I mean? 1 terabyte hard drive. And an i7 11 Gen. Okay. I didn't know the 3060s had that as an option. So I've got the 3080. But I also had mine custom built. I had mine custom built from Origin PC. Hardest area in terms of level design. Literally built to lead you to rage and quit, I think. Well, considering how close I came to rage quitting after Andros. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Is this another stranger fight? This looks like a stranger battle arena. Nothing back here. Issues with it, small case and air cooling. So, my biggest problem right now is the games that I play, at least the newer ones, have such a high graphics requirement that even having a 3080 with 10 gigs in my machine, I still, the fans on that GPU go flying all the time. I don't know if you've heard of a game called Outriders. That game kicks it in quite a bit. Every recent Resident Evil game. I forget what else. There have been a few others. Borderlands 3 does it. Heroic Essence. Okay. These are just statues of the guys that I've been killing. Well, I don't know who that person there in the back is. I'm guessing that's the king. Yeah, I have it on my PC now, Jeff, and I love how they give you the ability to jump ahead level-wise. So because I had never played on the PC before, I started a new character, and I went and started under one of the DLC missions, which allows you to jump a whole bunch of story, which I've already played through 3 or 4 times. And it bumped me up to level 13. And I really like the fact that they did that. That was a nice add. Alright. What the hell just happened? How did I get hit as I'm cloaked? Alright, there's one of the door. There's a door that it obviously at some point I passed. What am I getting hit by? Let me go activate this. This is a better starting place. cloaked. Oh yeah, and I didn't lose my essence that time. Alright, I opened up that door. Alright, there's another mask and memory shard. Yes, guys, I know you're creepy. You have a creepy sound. Alright, there's another door. Okay, alright, I know where I am. Well, kind of. I know where I am in comparison to the other side of the building, which is where I was earlier. Okay, got ourselves another elevator. Alright, we got a chest. Another statue. Another, now I've got 2 essence extractors. It's a cool statue. Okay, that's another elevator. Okay, that doesn't put me anywhere special. Oh, shit. Alright, you suck. I'm gonna have to make sure that I cloak before I drop down on that elevator. Because, I mean, they hit me as I was coming down. Alright, there's a switch and an elevator. Cloak. I just leveled up my FL3K to 72. Wow. Yeah, that's right. I had heard that they were putting in a new level cap. Oh, I don't know where I am. Alright, that's all elevators. Love they made the seasonal events playable at any time. Yeah, I love that. I completely agree with you. Okay, I'm back over to the other side now. I don't need to be over here. Hold on a minute. What? Oh, I was in here. Okay, so I do need to do the elevators then. Because that just puts me to the other side. Alright. Okay. Another elevator. I thought that was going to put me down. Okay, that's going to take me up also. But you know me, I really want to get these items. Oh wow, that was way too easy. Don't change it, but it was still way too easy. wasn't quick enough. Wasn't quick enough. Yeah, he makes up for the lack of HP by having that stupid attack. Oh, okay. I'm guessing I need to go up that way. Alright, so there's a big boy right there. And there's shooters right there. Yeah, I'm betting there's probably a switch up there. I gotta be careful when he does the... Damn it. That I don't try and anticipate it. There we go. Alright. Now... Not sure why he's not aggroed yet, but... Oh, that... Fine. Alright, there's the second one. I have no idea what any of this is doing, other than I see that it's turning rings. Make sure there's nothing else in here. Nope. Okay. Alright. Alright, this is the next one. And Mirnir, how many switches are there? Is it 2, 3? Okay. What just happened? Why do I keep getting hit? I'm getting hit by somebody that's imaginary. I just responded to you, Jeff. Oh, and I lost all my essence that time. Son of a bitch. I did get that level 4, the Promethean Catalyst piece. God, now I gotta figure out how to get to where I just was. Okay. It's not there. It's this way. Okay, there's the elevator. Okay. Alright, and you said 4 switches. So I've done 2. I had to be careful because I knew there it was. I knew my cloak was going to run out eventually. There's 4 of them. There was a spellcaster, you think? Yeah, but it's a spellcaster I've never seen who's doing a point AoE that's orange rather than purple, because most of the spellcasters do purple AoEs. Oh, god damn it. It wouldn't. I'm sitting there pounding on the B button and nothing is happening. It makes no sense to me how it is that he can stagger me like that, stagger lock me like that, but I can't stagger him at all. Now, in Dark Souls, there is a poise value. And it's in all 3 games. And that's usually what determines whether or not someone staggers. That doesn't exist here in this game, so I don't understand how he's able to stagger me and I'm not able to stagger him. Because he stagger locked me right there, and I could not dodge. I was sitting pounding on the B button the entire time. The good thing about this is I'm going to remember how to get to where I need to go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this way I'm gonna remember. They just have some special effects, but I agree that is way too discreet. Come on, where's... I'll work on that. We need to try this game once I get my new system. You know, I certainly recommend it, Jeff. 1000%. I just don't know that it's a game that you would normally play. Gotcha. Come on. All right. Did I just miss something? No. Okay, never mind. I know where I am. Yeah, right there. I can't even. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get any of my essence back, so I'm just gonna have to sneak through there. Son of a bitch. Yeah, so I've done lost that 8,000 essence at this point. But yet somehow got 199 somewhere along the lines. Don't know where that came from. come on. Oops. There it is. I also don't know why I can't get a backstab right here. Alright, so now I know where the guy is. Alright. Okay, you're next. Whoa, where did you go? So I had to use 4 heals to get through that area so that I could get some semblance of essence back. Oh. Alright, did I miss anything down here? No. Alright. What? Oh, come on! He was dead! God damn it, now I gotta do all of that again. But yet didn't lose my essence. So, near that's what I'm talking about with respect to a lack of consistency about the essence losing and no information. I absolutely should have lost my essence there. I would have thought. And I've still got two more switches to go. And then still have the boss fight yet. Boss fights, whatever it is. nice and slow. Alright, hold on 1 second, Mjolnir. I'll read it in a second. Yeah, let's leave you all alone. Okay. I think as the enemy was already dead at the time his spell hit you, that he wasn't able to steal it from you. That makes sense in terms of system, okay. But not quite in terms of feedback. That's my theory. Yeah, that does make sense, what you're saying. Thank the Lord. Alright, before I do anything, I'm going to go back to the Heart of Limbo, use that Promethean the Promethean component to upgrade my catalyst. And I'm sorry for the terrible trial that awaits right now. Thanks. Thankfully, I've already done... If you're talking about the platforming, I've already done one of those types as it is. The spot where you give the pendant from Sir to... I think that's the right one. There's a specific location. I can't remember if it was... Maybe it was the Temple of Durga. I don't know. There's another platforming spot like that, so I've at least experienced it once. Alright, increase the catalyst power. Alright, good. Alright, so that's 9 charges with a power of 4. What have I got essence-wise? 3 superiors, 3 heroics. Let's go ahead and use them, and maybe I'll have enough for a level. Let's put it in... Oh, I don't have enough. I need 14. Okay. No biggie. Well, really, Mjolnir, the 2 most evil platformer parts you've allowed for people to skip. So the one that leads you to the Temple of Durga, and the one that leads you to Devesh. So, you know, the fact that you allowed people to skip those, I think the majority of the platforming has been okay. Yeah, it's kind of a training room for this one, which is a little bit harder, but if you found the logic on the first one, that should be good. Okay. Oh, that was dumb. That was very dumb. You knew it was moving away from you. Alright, where's the next one? It's this one here, I think. Oh, and I missed it. Oh, that was my bad. The lining up on that one wasn't quite right. Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! I know how I messed that up. I have this tendency from time to time to spam the dash button needlessly. No! Well, at least I'm back on one. No. Oh. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do this. Oh, crap. The double... I don't know if you noticed that, but if you jump just one time when you're on a platform, you stay right on it when you fall back. The double jump on the other end makes you lose... Oh, I did not know that. No. Okay. That's very good to know. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Alright, where's... Okay. Whoa. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I was right there. I was right there. I missed it. Missed it again. Oh, come on. What? The problem really is keeping the camera in front of you so that you don't accidentally hit the orange bars. Yeah, that was a bad jump. Oh, come on. How the hell did I miss that? That was my bad. I'm running out of patience. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. That's not what I wanted. Oh, there's a freaking limbo well right there, Brian. Oh, nope. That was my fault. No, Brian. I don't know why you insist on trying to do that one. When it's running away from you, you will not be able to get to it. And why did you just drop? I can't turn the camera fast enough for that. It is not possible for me to turn the camera fast enough. What? See, how was I supposed to do that? It was there as soon as I landed on the platform. Too close. Alright, that one goes up. I've activated the one for down. I'm guessing that this is switch number 3. At least that's what it looks like. It definitely feels like a demiurge was slain. That's for sure. Alright. And this goes up. Do you really want to keep going? I'm afraid we're not quite ready for what awaits us at the summit. I can move us back if you are unsure. One last, it was on the lower level, but easy to find from the top, I think. Oh, so the switches put them into alignment. I get. No? Not really. Alright. Well, that was interesting. Oh, okay. All the way up, or... Because I see where I am. That's near where I came in from opening the gate. Which side, though, do I jump down to? Oh, is it right through there? Left? Alright, so that one I already cleared, though. Alright, I'm trying to figure out the best way. Okay. Alright. Yeah, because that was the one... I think that was the second switch that I hit. So continue to the border of this section. Alright, there's the blue trees. Okay. You say whatever you want to say there, buddy. Is it over there? Double jump there. Okay. Well, here's an Ivanite fragment that apparently I missed. By the way, I'm going in here. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's right, I did see that this was here. Alright. Alright, so I got the Ivanite fragment. I'm over top of the... Well, apparently there's a limbo well right underneath of me. Alright, so I need to get past this guy. Alright, let's do it the easy way. Alright, what's in here and how did I miss it? Radiant life fragment. No, it's not that I missed it. There was no way for me to get here. Oh, this... Okay, I know which limbo well this is. Alright. Okay. That starts that one spinning. Of course, now I've got to get all the way back up again. Alright, I'm also going... Watch the sky. Really? I am also going to go up here. So that I can use my Eibon fragment. Make sure I don't miss anything along the way. Of course, they're hard to see when you're cloaked like this. Alright, where... Okay, there they are. Oh, there's a big, gigantic sphere up above them. Yeah, it's a teleporter. That's what I figured. Okay. And obviously that takes us to... Okay. Malkel's Memorum. There's little time left. How come the commanders have not arrived yet? Where are Yurda and Jahel? The enemy is at the gates and they got cowardly. I hear the young Astir crying at the bottom of the walls. They should feel happy for their miserable existence to find a new purpose. I will not have it remembered that Malkel the Hegemon was beaten in his own fortress. I will not be offended on my own land. Let them come. Apocryphals or loyalists, it does not matter. They have no idea what awaits them. I have slain Andras and his legion and taken his spear as my own. I will stand my ground. I have remodeled my own destiny and will now only follow my own rules. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't think I noticed that before. I just want to make sure that you didn't go hiding any items back here. I think we're okay. Alright. Now, I've got to get all the way back up to that tower. To tackle Malkel. Alright. Let's do this again. Oh God, where the hell am I? I mean, don't get me wrong, I recognize the rooms, but... Okay, here we go. We're good. Alright, let's use... I'll be damned if I'm gonna try and fight these guys again. Really? Really? Okay. Alright, let's activate me here. And that's not the right one. Where... It's over here. Yeah, this is Mjolnir, it's a little frustrating. There doesn't seem to be a lot of consistency with respect to the elevators. It's not a big deal, but oh, hold on a minute, I'm going the wrong way. Just a little annoying. Some of them pop down as you're running to them. Some of them I've got to kind of trigger them by being where they are supposed to be. All right, Yak, what have you got to say now? All right, let me make sure. All right, yep, let's go to the Tesseract, I guess. One boss fight left, I guess. Oh, goody. He's got wings. Okay. Do I have any more essence that I could spend? No. And now she's gone, so let's remove the doggy cam. Alright. Let's see what fresh hell this is going to be. Alright, I don't know how much time I'll have from the minute I land, so let's do that. That was interesting. Oh, I rolled right into that one. Yeah, that was bad. Ooh. Bad timing. What the hell just happened? The second thing he did, I figured out, he was shooting at me. But I took damage somewhere in the middle there, and I didn't see anything touch me. Alright, let me think about this for a second before I go back down and see if I can set a strategy based on what I saw. The charges are no big deal. The charging, those are easy to dodge and get 2 swipes on. The slam attacks, I've just got to time better. But then those last 2 things, I don't even know what they were. Well, the second one I did figure out. It looked like he was kind of shooting, I don't know, smoke pellets or something at me that obviously did a lot of damage. Alright. It doesn't look like I'm gonna have time. I might have time to shoot the crosses off, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to use the oath more than once. Okay, I rolled there. Oh, that was way too early, Brian. Okay. Alright, I see it now. That I don't know how to dodge. Too early. Too early. Okay. Nope. Why did that miss? I've missed 3 times in a row now. I'm right on him. Too early. What the hell's happening? That was my bad. Too early. I moved in. Too early. Oh. I got stagger locked. Alright, Mirnir, I hit him 5 times and nothing, it didn't connect. There is no reason why that shouldn't have been the case. There was, actually, it was at least 5. There's definitely no chance. There's no timing. There's not enough time to hit him with the cross. When he backs away to do the magic attacks, maybe there is. I think you were walking back a bit, so probably a bit far from him. What the hell is that? Yeah, that was too early. Oh my god! This stagger lock shit is pissing me off. Wrong way. Too early.
What the hell was that?
The music is phenomenal. Yeah, some of the best boss music I've ever heard. 100%. Some of the best boss music I've ever heard. Not the best, but some of the best. Some of the best boss music I've ever heard have actually come from the Neo series. Not from the Dark Souls series. Alright, I actually think there might be time... Damn it! I'm just gonna let it... I wasn't happy with that start at all. No, time to let off magic in between to kind of help out. What? I just got hit up here. Where's his health bar? See, right there. That should have hit. Okay, I'm getting frustrated here with these weird things that are happening. I mean, I understand that there's going to be... Now he's turned away from me. Oh, fantastic. What is that? Stagger locks again. And I have no idea how well I'm doing. Left is not right for that. Where is that coming from? Yeah, and see, right there, Mjolnir, I hit the first swing and not the second. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. If I'm close enough to hit the first one, there's no reason that the second one shouldn't connect. Especially considering I'm actually moving the stick forward. He's not worse than Andros, no. No. Definitely not. He is definitely not worse than Andros. 1000% there. But I'm not seeing... There's not consistency with his movesets, which makes it almost impossible. And specifically what I'm referring to is the spike, the floor spike. The majority of the time, he brings his spear down and hits the ground, and that lets you know that there's going to be a spike, plus there's red spikes that come up out of where it's going to hit. There were a few times there where there was no spear hit. He did not bring the spear down on the ground, and just all of a sudden, it was there. The other thing is the charge attack. The majority of the time, it's a standard charge attack. It's no big deal. But then there's this one that he does immediately after reappearing from a teleportation. There's no way to prepare for it. There's absolutely no way to prepare for it and no way to see that it's coming. You almost have to instinctively pre-roll or pre-dodge just so that you can hopefully not get hit. Well, whether I need the health bar or not, and, you know, you're probably right, the health bar is actually probably too much of a crutch. But in either case, I need to have some feeling of success, and what I mean by that is feeling like I'm getting better at him. let's try the continue. Yeah, I saw that. Don't know if it's normal in any way, but I'll investigate. It seems pretty hard indeed. Alright, let's hope the health bar is back. And I did try using the magic cross that time. And apparently I do have enough time to use it. So that's good to know. Oh. Stagger lock again. I still got hit. Stagger lock. Absolutely ridiculous. Dodge! Alright, I'm just gonna have to dodge a lot sooner on that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a waste of a heal. Oh, I keep wanting to go left. Really? He actually didn't even give me time that time to use the magic. What the hell was that? I got hit in the middle of a dodge. Mjolnir, this has got to be fixed. I saw the same thing at Andros. Either I have iframes or I don't. And I apologize for yelling at you. I'm sorry. Yeah, but even if that's the case, Akka, that's still that's the last iframe. If I'm at the end of the dodge is still part of the dodge, which means that I can't do anything until the dodge is finished. I have no way of preventing myself from getting hit. That's the whole point of the dodge. And I would agree with you, Akka, as far as the rhythm is concerned, if the rhythm was consistent. And it's not. Certain attacks, it is very consistent. But then it's a missile attack, I guess. It's not, there is no consistency to that rhythm. Waste of a heal. Dagger lock. That was my bad. That one was mine. Yeah, Akka, that's not that big of a thing, though. I mean, I understand that you're trying to make it seem like it is fairly trivial, but level 1 doesn't mean anything in this game because you're not getting enough of a damage boost from being the level that I am. It's all about the weapon leveling. I mean, I've got 10 strength. That's giving me maybe 12 more points of damage. Whereas every time I leveled my weapon, I was getting 12 to 14. What was... Oh, come on. In the middle of a dodge. Oop, that was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was a bad decision. It was an absolutely horrible decision. Please, feel free. I never have a problem with backseating. I want, the more information I have, the better I can be. I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying. The problem is I have not been able to find a dodge that leads me to believe that I am doing it the right time or at the right place. So I'll give you two specific examples. The missile attack, I have tried early, I have tried late, I've tried in the middle, and yet I somehow always seem to get hit. I sometimes get hit and sometimes I don't get hit. I cannot find a consistent timing on that one. Same thing goes for the 3 balls. And the biggest problem with the 3 balls is I will spam, I will hit dodge 3 times because of 3 balls. And the screen shows that I'm getting hit by them. It looks like I'm getting hit by them, but yet I won't take any damage. So when I get frustrated, it's because of that lack of consistency. That to me is a consistency problem. Either I'm dodging through it and there should not be an explosion, or I'm getting hit by it and there should be an explosion, and therefore should take damage. That's why I'm having a hard time figuring out what actually works and what doesn't. Because, and I have, by the way, I have this exact same problem with the strangers. When if I allow myself to get too far away from the strangers, and it makes them think like they can use their range, I have the exact same problem. 1 minute I'll hit dodge, and it'll look like I'm getting hit, but I won't take damage. The next time, it won't look like I'm getting hit, but I will take damage. So that lack of consistency is what's driving me nuts, more so than anything else. Because he's anticipating your movements. I was wondering about that, Mirnir, because I have that issue sometimes in Dark Souls 2, which is my preferred Souls game, where I will dodge instinctively for a particular enemy and find out that the actual best maneuver is to actually just walk around him, and you end up having a better time staying away from an attack than anything else. And if that's the case, especially with the ball attacks, I certainly get that, and I'll try and keep that one in mind. Come on, guys. You cannot tell me that that's anything remotely close to fair. And by the way, Mirnir, I would really appreciate it. This is a suggestion more than anything. It's closing on a requirement. The lock-on for this boss, he has the ability to teleport and charge you before you can get close enough to lock on. For this boss, I think you need to have the ability to lock on basically the minute you land in the arena. And here I'll even show it to you. So right now I cannot lock on. Still can't lock on. I could not lock on during any of that. I could not lock on during any of that. At this point, I have to assume that I'm going to win by pure luck alone. Thanks, Akka. Appreciate that. He's not as bad as Andras is from a moveset perspective. But I am really getting frustrated with the consistency problems. I don't even know where I am now. No, I can't do it from here. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. Yeah, I did. Yeah, see, I got hit twice there. What the hell? I am hitting the B button. All right, I'm losing inputs. I don't know how I got away with that. Hit me. In the middle of a dodge. Dagger lock. Got hit in the middle of a dodge. In the middle of a dodge. In the middle of a dodge. Dagger lock. But Akka, in the middle, at the end, it doesn't matter. It's still the dodge. I can't do anything if it's part of the dodge. I have no control over the character in the middle of a dodge. Well, in the middle, at the end, it doesn't matter. And the fact that I can't lock onto him, for me to be able to... He's able to do an attack before I can do anything. Because I can't lock onto him. Alright, this time I got lucky. Well, kinda. How the hell did that hit me? Ridiculous. I'm too far away. Come on, I really wish I had the program that showed inputs from my controller. Because I know damn well I got stabbed twice there when I was hitting the B button. Yeah, okay, Mjolnir, if that's the case... Whoa, what's going on? What just happened? It's like there's a shadow in here that's moving all on its own. Okay. As long as you think it's normal. All right. I'll use sigils this time and see what happens. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. That's not going to help. My stamina hasn't been bad. Alright, I'll definitely use that. And I'll use that. Whoa! Guys! He wasn't even there when I dropped down. So the spike hits where it fires. I dodge away, which means the spike should be hitting back where I started. I'm getting hit after dodging away 2 to 3 times. That doesn't make sense to me. Unless I'm assuming that the spike follows me. If that's the case, then I can't dodge away from it. But yet I have been able to. Akka, dude, I know you think that this is me angry. It's not. This is frustration. There's a very big difference between frustration and anger for me. The spikes can split up and follow you a bit, depending upon the moment that you move. So I almost have to wait until the last second to move, is what you're saying. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. That... Okay. Okay. Stagger lock. I have no idea what to do with them. Or that, for that matter. Okay, the first one was late. It's a waste. I'm in the middle of a dodge from one attack, and then I get stagger locked in another. It's moving me. I can't get away from it. And then the other thing that kept bothering me during that last one was he would teleport into a slam with... I mean, that's impossible to dodge. There's no way to know that he's doing that because he's already in the middle of the slam when he appears. to me, the way that that should work is he should teleport, appear, and then start the slam. He can't be starting the slam in the middle of the teleport. God damn it! I don't know how I'm getting hit. Guys, but there is neither one of you that can tell me that the stagger lock on the first one is fair. And I'm not saying that this fight has to be fair, but I can't do anything. I get hit by the first one, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. And there's no consistency with how they're being fired. I understand that they're supposed to, he's trying to anticipate my movement, but at the same time, I'm trying to anticipate his, and it's not possible. It is not possible. Chose a bad time to try and heal. That was bad timing on my, or bad decision making on my part. It might have been clean, but I don't feel like I did. The problem that I'm having is it looks clean, but I don't feel confident in what I did. I feel confident when he does the moving stab. I feel confident when he does the big slams. I even have now got the timing, I think, down for the spike. Kind of close on the missiles, but the big balls I have zero confidence in at all. Zero. because every single time I use a particular timing, it still looks like I'm getting hit, but yet my health isn't going down. So, yeah, I don't have any confidence in it. these attacks out of a teleporter. Putting in effort into a boss fight, there's nothing wrong with that, certainly. But when you feel like there is some part of it that is not beatable, that is only going to be beaten by luck or RNG, and I'll give you the perfect example, ONS in Dark Souls. That is I don't care what any hit list guy tells you, that is a 100% luck fight. And right now, the balls are making me feel that way in this fight. Not quite as bad, because ONS is just, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible fight. I cannot believe to this day that they haven't fixed it. First one. The timing is off. Oh, come on! I haven't seen that one in a while. talk about it in a minute. I want to see what this is. Oh, by the way, alcohol will be had. When I get up from the stream, alcohol is going to be had. Who wakes in the darkness? Is it you? Can you recall my voice? In loving memory of Vincent Leduc Ducatel. Yeah, I kind of figured, based on what I've seen, that the ending for me was not going to be all that spectacular. Like, it wasn't going to be, you know, a whole lot of text or a whole lot of narrative, because of the fact that I destroyed all the cores. So, here's the thing. I enjoyed that fight. Everything but the balls, I enjoyed that fight. I figured out the timing of the spike. I kind of sort of figured out the timing of the missiles, and I even started to move forward on him during the missiles so that I could potentially force more attacks. I still have complaints that, and by the way, I think that this is true for the Strangers and for, well, basically for any enemy that blasts energy. So the Strangers, there's certain other enemies that do this, and then the Indolent King. I can't even remember his name. Oh, Malkel. Malkel? I think you need to... I really believe that you need to add... I don't know... another 50 milliseconds. For the blast to come out. I mean, it doesn't need to be a lot, but something. Because there is not enough of a tell from the enemy or the boss to let you know that it's coming. And in the case of Malkel, if you miss dodging the first one, you're potentially screwed depending upon where your health is. So, a little bit more of a tell on that, I think, really truly needs to be there. And then I go back to explanation earlier of, if you're getting iframes during a dodge, then you should get iframes from the point of hitting the button to the point of the dodge move finishing. Maybe simply let him do the 3 balls at mid-distance, never at short range. Yeah. And by the way, that would be true of the Strangers as well, because I did have... I think it was the Strangers at the Abandoned Bastion, the Stranger at both of the Abandoned Bastion locations, that they were able to fire blast me, or energy blast me from short distance. Yeah, it's almost impossible to both see and react fast enough. And then the only other thing, and I kind of started to pick up on it, so maybe it's not as big of a deal as I think it is when he does his teleports. If he's going to attack out of a teleport, he shouldn't be in the middle of the attack when he appears. Because he's teleporting from the ground, therefore when he teleports he should still be on the ground, and then he does whatever the attack is going to be. This attack, because he did this 2 or 3 times, and I think I got lucky once. is he would teleport from the ground, and then when he appeared, he was already in the air with the first of the slam attacks. And I got lucky, I think, once. But then the other 2 times, I got hit on the first one and then recovered and picked up the timing for the second and the third. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking about myself, and, you know, I'm potentially talking out my ass at the same time. It is very much timing oriented, and figuring out the timing, you know, like the spike, for example, understanding how that spike works. It was important for me to understand the timing of it. I really liked that fight. I really, really did. I'll be honest, and I know Mirnir, you and I have already talked about this. I don't like the Andras fight at all. Cannot stand the Andras fight at all. And it has more to do with his bouncing around, his teleporting ability, than anything else. I had no problem with his movesets. I liked his movesets. But that teleporting thing, to me, that's... I don't know. I do not like that as a moveset for anybody, for any kind of an enemy. But I loved Ras Samraz. The movesets of Ras Samraz, with his different hands being able to do different things, and you having to pay attention when he would pop an enemy onto the screen while also trying to dodge his hand, that was cool as hell. That was different. I had never seen a boss do that before. That being said, I very much want you to pay attention to a game that's coming out, I think in August. It's a 2D Souls-like called Grime, Grime. I played the demo during Next Fest that Steam had a little while ago, and the first boss in that demo was a boss that had 4 hands. And the whole way to beat him was to basically parry each of the hands so that you could then get past the hands to actually hit the boss. It was really completely different from the way that yours is set up, but it was still really, really interesting. So you love more the Zelda-like boss more than the hard Souls boss that are Andras and Malcal? Interesting. It's hard for me to explain what kinds of bosses that I like. Because, alright, let me do this. My favorite of the Souls games is Dark Souls 2. Far and above my favorite of the Souls games. And I can tell you exactly why. Don't get me wrong, some of the Souls bosses, some of the Dark Souls 2 bosses are crap. Covetous Demon, you're fighting Jabba the Hutt. You know, even the Last Giant, you know, there are certain ones, they're just crap bosses. They are. But Throne Watcher and Defender, yeah, you're dealing with 2 guys, and they have basically the same movesets, but man, that is a fun boss fight. I enjoy that boss fight immensely. Flexiel, not a complicated boss, but you combine that boss and his different movesets on either side of him to that small little arena, and now all of a sudden it's an interesting boss fight. So some of the boss fights in Nioh and Nioh 2 are very, very cool and interesting. I like hard Souls boss fights, but again, I feel like sometimes if I'm seeing inconsistencies or I'm seeing unfairness where it's almost impossible to beat the boss without being lucky or getting good RNG, then I'm going to be frustrated by that boss, and I'm not going to like that boss. I actually stopped playing Dark Souls 1 after more than 120 attempts at ONS because I was consistently having one of two things happen. I was getting unfair dodge movements by Ornstein, where he would just all of a sudden move around a pillar at will, or I was consistently missing the hitbox, whiffing the Ornstein, even though on screen the blade would go through his leg. He wouldn't take any damage. Those kinds of things, and that's an extreme example. Now here's the thing though with Ornstein, with ONS. I've been told by a number of people, including a friend of mine who lives in France, Billy, who have said it was because of the weapon that I used. That if I had used more of a slashing weapon, that I wouldn't have had the problems that I had. I would have had a much better time at dealing with Ornstein. Because as long as you can keep an eye on Ornstein, you can usually dodge him, even when he starts doing his teleporting moves. But if you're using a stabbing weapon, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I was using a halberd, because that's the preferred weapon of hitless runners. So, those kinds of pieces of information for me are sometimes key to getting past a fight that I think is crap. Dark Souls 2, there's really no boss fight in Dark Souls 2 that I dislike. I don't think anyone likes fighting Rotten, but it's a cool fight. It's an interesting boss fight, especially on higher NGs. In any case, I'm just kind of talking now. I did 100% honesty here. I liked the Malkel fight. I really, really did. Other than the Energy Blast, all of his other movesets I thought were really cool and interesting, and I liked how in Phase 2 you figured out a way to up the ante without doing what you did with Andras, which is you beat him, you reduce his health bar, you think you're done. Oh no, he comes back to life. The first time I did that, I came so close to stopping the game right then. Because you hadn't done that with any of the other boss fights. And I was so dejected because it took so much to beat him the first time. Oh my god. But I liked how you upped the ante with Malkel by kind of doubling up his attacks in certain scenarios and even speeding them up a little bit, and then throwing in the additional music to kind of up the intensity meter. I liked that. I liked that. I very much did. I really wish the energy blasts weren't there. If you could find something else to replace that with, or as I said, as we talked about a little while ago, remove it from the short range and only keep it mid and long range, I think that's fine. I think that'll be fine. But yeah, I liked Malkel. I really did. I am worried now, though. I will say, you and I talked about this a few days ago, that I really want to route this for no hit. I really do. I think that this game is very, very well set up for a no-hit run. But Andras and Malkel really, really worry me. So my question to you is, and let's do this right now. Let me switch out. Let me switch over to Steam. Go to the Community Hub and the guide, which I have favorited here. So when this gentleman, whoever he was, I don't even see his name here. Omega Ridley. Oh, Aka, it's yours? Awesome. Avery, absolutely, 100%. I very much enjoyed the game. And the developer's been here with me almost the entire time. It's hard. The last two big boss fights are hard, but I've loved every minute of the game. And thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciate it. So here's my question, guys. With respect to the different endings, what is 100% required as far as the Watchers and the Demiurges? Do all 4 Watchers and all 3 Demiurges have to be killed for every ending? Or is there a scenario where you only have to kill certain ones based off of the cores and that kind of thing? That's what I'm trying to understand now. So it looks like 2K, 4K guide, and save files. Okay. 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 So for example, this first one. You can fight only the Watchers, 2 Strangers, and Melkel. So Melkel is required no matter what. And Hod is not required. But Hod is so easy. Hod is so easy. I beat him the second time. I would have actually beaten him the first time, except for I got a little unlucky with use of a save. Okay, so in this particular instance, you have to destroy 1 Cardinal Core, at least. So therefore, you would have to kill 1 Watcher at least, destroy its core, and then kill all of the Dark Wanderers. So I thought they were Watchers, not Wanderers. And then you can ignore the Demiurges, their fate is irrelevant. So therefore, you could go to all 4 temples, kill the Dark Watchers, destroy 1 core, and then go straight to Melkel. Okay. Oh, you're always going to have to fight the Watchers because that opens up the door to Devesh. Okay, so that's a 100% requirement. You must leave at least 1 of the Dark Watchers. Okay, now see, this one says you have to leave at least 1 of the Dark Watchers alive. So how would you get into Devesh if the door won't open? Oh, Dark Wanderers is another name for the Stranger. Oh, okay. Okay, I still, though, question, how can you not kill all of the Watchers and still get into Devesh? Oh, Avery, it is everywhere. Everywhere. You do not need to worry about upgrade material. And to be 100% honest with you, yes, there are... So remember in Dark Souls 2, you had the Soul Vessel? There is a item in the game called a Essence Extractor that allows you to basically reset yourself and respec. You always have to kill all the Watchers, but I don't know why it's not mentioned here. Okay, so you have to kill all 4 Watchers to get through to Devesh. Then you have to either destroy 1 core or not, and so on. Okay, and then you either kill all of the Demiurges or not. You must have at least 1 Demiurge alive. You can ignore the Dark Wanderers. Their fate is irrelevant. You must keep all the Cardinal Cores intact. Okay. Okay, so he's making the statement of Watchers based on the cores. That's what he's saying. So you always have to kill all 4 Watchers. How many cores you keep intact determines something. How many of the Demiurges you kill determines something. So one thing I know I did not do was I did not kill all of the Strangers. There was 1 Stranger that I missed, and I'm not exactly sure where he was. I'm going to have to go back and look at the speed run to find out. How much do stats matter? So Avery, in my opinion, and I know Akka said he actually has already done this, doing a level 1 run would not be an issue in this game at all, because the majority of your damage is coming from leveling up the weapons. So I leveled up to level 53. My strength was level 10, which meant that I only got about 12 points of actual damage from the 10 points of strength. I was primarily leveling up for health and stamina. Yeah, exactly. For me, it would be leveling up almost primarily health and stamina. Unless you're going to use some of the magic, then you may want to have some of the magic capabilities. Yeah, level 9 sounds about right. As I said, I would probably, and certainly in routing a first run, I would make sure to level up vitality and stamina. And then, I mean, you saw I was using, and in a no-hit run I would do this, I would be using the Cloak of Shadow quite a bit. So I would need to have magic for that. One of the strangers, the stranger in front of Kotar, so the Bastion of Kotar, him, I actually found spots to use magic on him. And there was one watcher that I did that as well. So, Avery, I know I should have been using the parries a lot more. But my first instinct is always roll and dodge. So, I almost never used parries. I used parries on the very first stranger, and that was it. Once you get to the Ancient Lands, yes, it is very interconnected. Very interconnected. Yes. So, yeah, I'm now gonna... I'm going to be doing challenge runs for the rest of July and August, but I need to move to a game that I've already routed, which is about 4 different games. So I will be taking some time away from this game, going back to my videos, setting up some routing, and then, guys, as soon as I can, I'll make sure to let you all know that I'm going to be doing like a baseline run. And we'll see how many times I get hit. Yeah, see, Mortal Shell, I never parried. I finished that entire game without parrying. With the exception of the final boss. Because in the final boss, you kind of have to parry the ads. Well, Avery, make sure that when you end up playing the game on stream, make sure to tag Redlock Studios, because Mirnir has been great about being here throughout my entire playthrough. I absolutely love the game, and am going to be looking forward to routing it for a no-hit run. Now, you know, my first time, I'll probably be just trying to do a no-death run. I am going to try and use Akka's Guide for save files so that I can practice. I'll need to practice Ardras, and I'll need to practice Malkel. Absolutely. I think I'll probably need to practice Rasamdra too, but... Oh, in this particular instance, they've been great. Redlock Studios has been fantastic. So, gentleman came in to stream earlier and was asking me a bunch of questions, and I actually talked him into buying the game. Oh, man. Well, this is going to be it for me for tonight. This was all that I really wanted to do, was I wanted to finish this game. Hey, I'm doing everything that I can to be a part of the gaming community, and specifically the Souls community. The more I can be a part of the communities, the better. I'll do the most complete ending soon, Transcendence, if you're not going to do it yourself. So you're okay, awesome, yeah. As long as I think I've got you set up for notifications. I'll have to make sure that I get notified when you go live. Yeah, Avery, make sure to follow Mirnir, because he streams the game as well as being a developer on the game. So you'll be able to learn from him too. Just be aware that he is French. Yeah, this has been great. Oh, yeah, that's right, Mirnir. One of the questions that Avery had was about pronunciation of certain names. I think I figured out most of them. But I'm not sure that I have all... There were definitely a few things that, as I was reading the memorums, for example, that I wasn't sure how to pronounce certain words. Yeah, good point. Thank you very much, Mirnir. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I absolutely loved it. I really did. Cannot wait to bring it back with some no-hit routing. We'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to trying it because, as I said, this game is set up perfectly for it.